It's great to get out of my home and go for a walk. There's not a block of flats or a house to be seen and very few roads. And if there is a road, even a very quiet road, it can still be dangerous. So I must be careful. And I'm not the only one. That's an unusual road sign. Is it a frog or is it a toad? Major toad works ahead. It's a toad. And I'm sure by now you're wondering why it's there. Watch. Usually, the toad lives in a damp place, sometimes a long way from a pond. Each spring, the toads need to lay their eggs in water, so they set off to find a pond. And that can be very dangerous. In some parts of the country, friends collect the toads in buckets and carry them safely across. Otherwise, too many toads would be killed. This one managed to cross safely on his own, following the path which he remembered led to his favourite pond. But what's this? The toads will now have to move on to find another pond. But where should they go?
And there he is, happy in his new pond. I'm doing a jigsaw puzzle of a countryside scene.
Oh, hey, that's good.
Yes, it shows the homes, habitats of many different animals.
Yep, there's a bird in its nest.
Yes. The sad thing is that as more trees and hedgerows are cut down and the ponds filled in, many animals can't find homes now. Animals need special homes where they can be warm and safe and can have their babies.
Oh, here's a piece. That's part of a snake. Where's it go?
There at the bottom of the tree.
With the warmth of a new day, a smooth snake sets out from its home. A shy snake who's not poisonous. They like to live in sandy places on land near the sea. There are very few smooth snakes left.
My piece is an owl, and he goes here at the top of the oak tree. Oh, a barn owl. Barn owls like living in old barns. That is how they get their name. This barn owl is looking for a fat, juicy mouse to eat. But with fewer hedgerows and tidier farms, there are not so many mice to find.
I'll do the last piece.
Okay.
Oh, no, there's none left. Oh, we've lost a piece.
It's the piece with the dormouse on it. Let's see.
This is the nest of a dormouse. The dormouse sleeps for 5 months of the year. They like living in woods full of blackberries, their favourite food. So, as more woodland is cut down, there will be fewer dormice, and they might all disappear, never to be seen alive again.
Oh dear, you mean become extinct?
Yes, and that would spoil the countryside, like this.
Let's have another look. Here it is. There, that's our jigsaw finished. But how can we help the animals?
Well, you could be a friend to them. People who are friends to animals have made badges to remind us that the animals need our help. There's one. There. Help a toad across the road. And another one. Be kind to snakes. Perhaps you could think of some. But this is my favourite. There you are. I love bats. Because bats, they're in danger too. And Louise went to visit Bill. He's a bat friend.
Hello, come in.
Bill. After you. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Bill looks after bats who have been injured or become unwell. This one is a long-eared bat.
They usually live in trees or barns or houses. See his very large ears? He's leaving them rolled down at the moment, but when he's ready to fly, he'll open them up and they'll stand erect.
What do bats eat?
In the wild, they eat moths, beetles, and gnats, and they can eat up to 3,000 insects in one evening. Oh, look, he's put his ears up.
Fantastic. And this one is a pipistrel bat. And what's the wing made from?
It's actually skin.
Oh, I see.
It's elastic skin stretched over the bones.
Oh, yes, you can see. And there's the little
It's very
bones
elastic.
along the top.
That's right.
Incredible. Poor little thing, it doesn't like being woken up.
Why have you got the egg box in the cage?
The bats like to live in the dark, and they actually live underneath the egg box.
Oh, no.
There we are. Go on.
And this bat wants to fly. Bats love to rest and make their homes in high places. Andrew and Eleanor have a present for Bill. A new home for some lucky bats.
We've brought you a bat box.
Oh, great. I'll put the bat away and then we'll go and hang the bat box.
Great, come on then. Ready, Andrew?
Bill knows exactly the place where bats like to live.
Could you take the hammer, please? Thank you. We'll put the ladder up the tree and then we'll put your bat box up.
Good.
Pass me the hammer, please. Thank you. And if I can have the bat box. Thank you.
Lid as well?
Yes, please.
Fixed high on the tree, this box will be warm and safe for the bats to have babies in. Does it matter which direction you put the box up?
Well, it's better to place it towards the sun in the winter months because the bats then can gain some heat from the bat box. Nail the bat box in nice and firmly. Put the lid on.
Just think.
And that's your bat box up in the tree.
You'll be able to come and find bats now, after school. Andrew and Eleanor will have to wait and see if any bats will want to make a home in their box.
Well, let's wish the bat box luck.
Yes, indeed. Good luck, eh? Well done, Bill.
Thank you.
What a lovely day for a picnic. Picnics are so much more enjoyable when you can share them with a friend.
Friends are very important to us. Well, not just to make the fun times better, but also when life becomes sad or difficult. As Mole found out in our story, when he had to say goodbye to his friend Badger. Badger was dependable, reliable, and always ready to lend a helping paw. He was also very old. Badger was so old that he knew he must soon die. Badger wasn't afraid of death. His only worry was how his friends would feel when he was gone. Hoping to prepare them, Badger had told them that someday soon he would be going down the long tunnel, and he hoped they wouldn't be too sad when it happened. One day, as Badger was watching Mole and Frog race down the hillside, he felt especially old and tired. He wished more than anything that he could run with them, but he knew his old legs wouldn't let him. It was late when he arrived home. He settled down in his rocking chair near the fire. He gently rocked himself to and fro, and soon was fast asleep, having a strange yet wonderful dream. Much to Badger's surprise, he was running. Ahead of him was a very long tunnel. His legs felt strong and sure as he ran towards it. He no longer needed his walking stick, so he left it lying on the floor of the tunnel. Badger moved swiftly, running faster and faster through the long passageway, until his paws no longer touched the earth. He felt himself turning head over paws, falling and tumbling, but nothing hurt. He felt free. It was as if he had fallen out of his body. The following day, Badger's friends gathered anxiously outside Badger's door. They were worried because he hadn't come out to say good morning as he always did. Fox broke the sad news that Badger was dead and read Badger's note to them. It said simply, "Gone down the long tunnel. Bye-bye, Badger." Everyone was very sad. Mole especially felt lost, alone, and desperately unhappy. In bed that night, Mole could think only of Badger. Tears rolled down his velvety nose, soaking the blankets he clung to for comfort. Outside it began to snow. Winter had begun, and soon a thick layer of snow hid the animals' homes. But it didn't conceal the sadness that Badger's friends felt. As spring drew near, the animals often visited each other and talked about the days when Badger was alive. Mole was good at using scissors, and he told about the time Badger had taught him how to cut out a chain of moles from a piece of folded paper. Mole remembered the joy he'd felt when he'd finally succeeded in making a complete chain of moles with all the paws joined. Each of the animals had a special memory of Badger, something he'd taught them that they could now do extremely well. He'd given them each a parting gift to treasure always. As the last of the snow melted, so did the animals' sadness. Whenever Badger's name was mentioned, someone remembered another story that made them all smile. One warm spring day, as Mole was walking on the hillside where he'd last seen Badger, he wanted to thank his friend for his parting gift. "Thank you, Badger," he said softly, believing that Badger would hear him. And somehow, Badger did.
Well, time to go. We've just cleared up all our rubbish, so don't leave anything to harm the animals.
I wonder what I could do to help the animals.
Well, how about making a nesting box for birds? Or your school might know of a group of people nearby who are being friends to an animal in danger.
So if they help those animals, then they'd also help their babies to survive. Come on.
Right. That way.